Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for mid-December. It is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we are going to get into your current energy, the near future, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on right now. Then we will clear that and get into your person's energy and your energy and see what is going on there as well. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I am available for personal readings. If you'd like one of those, the information is in the description box below the video or in my About section of my channel. All right, so the Six of Cups flopped out, and we all know what the Six of Cups is. It's usually a possibility of someone that there's a couple different things that are coming up. So you could have people around the holidays getting a little nostalgic, maybe someone feels like they did you wrong and they feel like they need to give you an apology. I feel a lot of energy around apologies and or just wanting a truce. Now, is it possibly a past person? It could be, because a lot of people do around the holidays get a little nostalgic, and sometimes they miss you, especially if you had good experiences with them in the relationship, even if things didn't work out. All right, so let's see what else comes out for you. Now, we have the Eight of Cups that wanted to pop out right below that. So this is where you've turned your back on a lot of things, right? And when you shut out those past people who even may want to come around and apologize and decided that you weren't going to carry the emotional burdens of those situations any longer, then the Wheel of Fortune comes out. It helps shift and change things in your world. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything all of a sudden started to go right. It just means that things started to change and they start to feel better, which is good. Now, this could be massive changes that are coming up for you. Just leaving any kind of an emotional, difficult situation is going to make life feel easier than it is when you have people that just don't belong in your life anymore. All right, so I'm going to see, they keep turning over, but I want to go ahead and cut the cards. So let's see what's going on in the near future. That's your current energy right now. So we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Chariot. Yeah, you've been working really hard to move away from things that have made you sad. It's a clear picture right there. And then what Spirit wants you to focus on is the King of Swords, your truth, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Emperor card. There you are. Overall energy is the Three of Wands. So I don't think there's a time in your life where you haven't been able to get some kind of a grasp on the things that you want to achieve, attain, things like that. I think you're patient. I feel like Spirit's saying that no matter what it is that you desire, you know that you can have it. And I really like that energy because he's sitting there patiently waiting. Not all signs have patience. So for you to just stay put while those good things show up for you, especially with this Wheel of Fortune showing up in your current energy, it means that really good things are coming your way. And I think you feel it. So whatever it is that you are striving for in this next step, so it could just be over the next 3 months, whatever time frame that is for you, I think you know that it's coming. And I just like that energy a lot because it feels like you trust. All right, let's see what's behind that really quickly. And then we have the Fool. That's saying that you've been willing to take the chances that you needed to take, risks, which can be difficult for anyone, because you just know. You know you can. You know that you can trust that no matter what steps you take, that the things that you desire are coming towards you. All right. So as I said, Six of Cups with the Eight of Cups and then the Wheel of Fortune. It's a very clear picture here as well. Six of Cups, people that want to come in, possibly apologize. It could be that they are people you do not want to have anything to do with, and you may have already turned your back completely to it, detached emotionally, and the Wheel of Fortune right there. So as I said, you could be dealing with another Taurus, a Leo, an Aries, or a Sag. You have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy here as well. So they may be a group of those people that you have decided to let go, release any energies that you may have been holding on to, and could just feel right now like, wow, that was a big weight lifted off my shoulders. I'm just good where I am. All right, so we'll clarify that in just a moment. Now, in the near future, we have the Eight of Pentacles with the Chariot card and the Five of Cups. So this is saying that you're working really hard to move away from things that were creating any kind of dissatisfaction, sadness, emotional, unwell. I can say it in 50 different ways. You get the picture. So you put a lot of effort into that. And that takes a lot. It isn't easy to get past those relationships because we love some people that we know we have to let go of. And I think it was probably quite a challenge for you, but you've done it. And that says a lot, right? You've gotten through this part of it. And I think there's a part of you that's also remembering, as sad as this is, there are good things coming. And that's what I like about the Three of Wands, because that's that focus we were talking about that you have. No matter what, when one door closes, another one opens. All right. So you may have had to release a Cancer in your life. I don't know why I wanted to say that, because Cancer is right in the center. All right. So what Spirit wants you to focus on, the King of Swords with the Ace of Cups in reverse and then the Emperor card. So basically this is saying that your truth and integrity is the ultimate importance in your relationships. And if you haven't felt like you could do so in the past, because I feel like with the Ace of Cups in reverse, it's like reviewing some of the past relationships. And it's saying that at times maybe you didn't feel like you spoke your truth, when really you know exactly who you are. So although you can be really strong in certain areas of your life, it may be more difficult for you or a challenge for you to speak your truth. And sometimes for people to recognize or hear what it is that you're saying. So before you get started in anything brand new, for those of you that are single, I feel like that's something that needs to be worked on. That Spirit's trying to say, be very clear about what it is that you feel in your love situations, and be very clear about the things that you want to control. In other words, do you want, let me give you an example of some sort. Would you prefer to have somebody who isn't up your butt 24/7? Would you like someone who works really hard? Are there things that are very important to you, the attributes of a person that you'd like to have in a relationship, and maybe you haven't been very open and upfront about that in the past? It could have been that you've just come to the realization that those things are really important to you. When you do that, you really do own what you expect, how you are in your relationships, how you can deal with them, what you can manifest. All of those things are very important. The Emperor knows exactly what he wants. There's no question. He's very clear about that. And the King of Swords usually is as well. So all of those things are going to be really important for you to focus on in any relationship that you have, but primarily in your love relationships. Romantic, I want to say. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify the Six of Cups with the Eight of Cups and see what we have coming out. This is for Taurus. Okay. So we have the Strength card, yes, because it takes a lot of strength to walk away from things, right? This is regaining your strength as well, because when you release a lot of emotional burdens, that's going to help relieve your body of the stress that it takes to carry that stuff around. Anger, frustration, sadness, all of that can weigh on your soul. And I feel like it took a lot for you to get to the place where you could release these things. Yes, you could have been dealing with a Leo as well. And then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So as far as speaking up, maybe at times you feel like when you withdraw from people that you don't always have to necessarily tell them exactly what you're feeling. So you may not be running into those situations and telling people exactly how you feel. At times, Taurians have a tendency to just part ways and not feel the need to really unleash on people, because it doesn't really do any good. Does it? I mean, yes, you may feel better for a moment, but is it going to change anything that's already happened? So if that's what you're doing and that works for you, that's great. If that's how you maintain your strength in any situation, whether it be a romantic relationship or any of your other ones, it may just be best for you not to say anything. You can release it on your own. You don't necessarily have to have what we call closure with someone. All right, so let's look at the Eight of Pentacles with the Chariot. And then we have the Two of Cups. So I think what you're seeking really is for somebody to have a better understanding of who you are. And when you do speak up about the things that you desire in a relationship, what you're looking for is someone who gets that. So for everyone, it's going to be something different. We all desire different things in our relationships, but what we really desire more than anything is to be seen. And I think that's really what's important for you, is for someone to get you at the core of who you are and just feel seen. it seems so simple, right? But it is really difficult being human and having to navigate these relationships that we came here to experience. All right, so the Chariot card with the Five of Cups. And then we have the Nine of Wands. There you are. Perfect. I love that. You could be dealing with the Leo, Sag, Aries. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. Yes, there are pains. We've all been through them. I think you get that. I don't want to say more than other signs, but I think it's a little bit easier for you because you are so grounded to have a really good understanding of these emotional difficulties and getting on the other side of them. You work through it, it feels like at times better than other signs. So being the wounded warrior just says that you have an opportunity to again release and move forward. It's like, I don't want to sit in this any longer, so I'm just going to keep going. You could have been dealing with a situation in your work environment because the Eight of Pentacles is here, where at one point you thought that you saw eye to eye with somebody and things were moving forward and going well, and they may have done something that disappointed you, and you realized you could get over that and you'd be okay. It's not going to be for everybody. It's just a message that came through. All right, so King of Swords with the Ace of Cups in reverse. And there we have the Ace of Cups. So as soon as you speak up and you tell the truth, really the truth about how you feel and what you need in a relationship, that does open up the possibilities for you. It allows you to release anything that didn't work in the past and say, okay, these are my expectations. This is what I want. I'm very clear about it. I don't need to put on an act, put on a show. I just want these particular things, and I'm not going to settle for less than what I desire. The Emperor doesn't settle. He just doesn't. He's very aware of himself, and that's what's important, is being aware of who you are. It takes years as human beings to grow up and really be aware of who we are. If you've been digging a little bit deeper, let's say into your astrological chart, and you're getting a better understanding of what it means to be a Taurus with a certain rising sign, or you've just gotten to know you better through experiences, that's a beautiful thing, because now you can stand in your power. And all of this is about having power within, right? We cannot blame other people for how we feel. All we can do is change how we react. And I think that's what's so important. Yes, people will, of course, show up in your life to teach you certain lessons, but once you get past having learned them, then you start to realize it's how I react to it more so than what they actually do. And that's having true control of yourself. All right, let's look at the Ace of Cups in reverse with the Emperor, and then we have the Eight of Wands. So if there is a new love situation, things may move slowly. And that's, I think, you maintaining your control. So the Ace of Cups is an opportunity for that, but they want to make sure before you do jump into anything, if you're single, or even move forward with a person after having some of these realizations, the communication doesn't have to be really fast and speedy. Do it at your own pace is what I would say. I think you guys have good control over how you communicate. And in this case, it's just saying maintain that. And when you're ready, open up. And when you're not, don't. It's not necessary. You have complete control. You don't owe anybody anything. All right. Let's clear this. And then we will get into the person that's on your mind. So think about them for just a moment. All right, so when I clear the cards, I like to see what ends up on the top before we put them back, and the Emperor is going to be the shining card in this. You having control over yourself, your emotions, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, all of those things are going to be really, really important. Probably from the mid part of December into January, and from that point on. That Wheel of Fortune said that you made some really big changes for the better. So you're really standing in your strength at this time, and I love that. All right, let's get to you and your person. This is for Taurus. All right, if I can get a hold of these. So your person's energy is the Page of Cups with the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress. Interesting. A lot of people here. Your energy is the Eight of Cups in reverse with the Three of Cups in reverse. Wow, okay. So here's the thing. Overall energy was the Page. So you've got page-ish like energy. So the Page of Cups is somebody who's coming in to apologize. Remember I said there could be a lot of people. The person that you're thinking about, whoever's on your mind right now, this is somebody who's been through a lot as well. They may be a little bit childlike in the way they approach things, a little immature emotionally, but they do find you incredibly attractive. And it doesn't matter which gender you are, but I feel like this is the person, and then this is how they see you. And then the Empress comes in right behind that. So not only do they have a lot of attraction for you, but the Empress and the Emperor. So you've got someone who views you as being very powerful, very strong, someone who thinks you got your shit together. This is just how they view you. So I feel like if they've done something that was not so pleasant within the relationship, or they're feeling like they have something to apologize for, you're going to know what that is, then they're going to try to do it because this is how they feel about you. They really do see you as somebody that they admire. Now, your energy is the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Three of Cups, Six of Swords, and the Death in reverse. Now, the Eight of Cups could say that you've already walked away from this person. Three of Cups, just because you weren't excited about being in it anymore. Maybe you felt like you were starting to lose that love and feeling. I mean, that's kind of that was a silly one, but that's what they said, so I'm going with it. Then we have the Six of Swords, which is you trying to get to a place of peace, like we talked about before. So if you had to move away from this because you just couldn't deal with the emotional difficulty that was within the relationship, I can see that. Now, the Death card in reverse could say that you already went through a massive transformation. And it could be after having been with this person. It could have taught you a lot. And it really helped transform you. But it feels like almost, do I even bother? Because this is where I'm trying to get. So if this person's going to act this way, I'm not sure that I want to deal with it. I'd rather just kind of go on my way. The Page of Wands could definitely be somebody, keeping their eye on you is what I feel. But a young energy, again, they could just be younger than you. The World says that this is like the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new. So if you're currently with this person, you may have just decided to let something go and let things shift and change, because they may be going through a time in their life where they need to make some changes and transform, and you're allowing them to do that. We all go through changes at different times, so that could be it. You could just have a off ebb and flow, meaning you've done the work and they're just still working on it. But I just feel like this is one stage that's going to close out. Now, if this is somebody that you're not sure you want to be with anymore, I can see how maybe you've changed so much that it's beyond repair. Meaning you'd rather have something that's more aligned with you than someone who is in this energy. All right. Let's see what's going on with, a little air there. Sorry, guys. We've got flipping cards. It's going to take you with me. I apologize. You're going to shake for just a second. Let's see what we've got. All right. I'm going to readjust you just a little bit. Okay. So a bunch of cards fell out, and there was a reconciliation on the bottom. Does that mean it's going to happen? Not necessarily. That's obviously you have free will. If they decide that they want to come back and apologize, you're going to have a choice to make for yourself. All right, let's see. I'm going to cut this and hopefully they won't fly out again. All right, so we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Now, the holidays are coming, so maybe there is a part of you that wants to enjoy the holidays. If you can reconcile, if that's the case, great. If not, and you're just in a relationship, maybe you want to wait until afterwards to deal with whatever issues have been happening. And then we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Well, it seems like they don't have a problem with that. And then we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So one or both of you could have some issues around either abandonment or, all the things we always bring up when it comes to healing family issues with this card. The bottom of the deck, again, the reconciliation card. So that's going to be certainly significant for some of you. I feel like your person is still childlike and probably has not worked through a lot of their childhood issues, which is important if you're going to heal as a soul. Learning how to love yourself is really difficult, especially if you've had a tough childhood. So that could be why that person's coming up as being so youthful in their energy. All right, let's get some advice for you. What's the advice for Taurus? So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. I think wow, a lot of Pentacles, so a lot of earth energy. I think this is a personal message, not really about the relationship necessarily. It's making a decision, a strong, solid decision with the Ace of Pentacles and not going back and forth anymore about it. You know that you're a stable person and you've made significant changes. So unless this person has made the same changes, I think is what they're saying, then it isn't worth revisiting. Now, if you're with them, it's creating this kind of stability within and not going back and forth if there have been troubles. But I feel like something's about to shift and change if you're in a current relationship. So I'm going to grab the Lover's Oracle. This is for Taurus. All right, this is the one that wanted to pop up. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. God knows that's the truth. And then we have, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. And last, we have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit, believe this, and they will manifest physically. So for some of you, yes, that could be somebody that you feel is worth taking a chance with that maybe you're not with currently. All right, let's look at the wisdom of the Oracle. I just saw regeneration. So again, there's something about you that has shifted recently, and then the fate, like this was fated. This change that you were making was something that was a part of your soul contract. It feels really deep and clearing. Like I feel my energy releasing. In other words, I feel a lot lighter and not so bogged down, clogged up, all that good stuff. Okay, so we have to the sea. This is going with the flow. And maybe that's it, is that you come to a place where you realize going with the flow is easier than maybe, not that you tried to control circumstances in your life, but when there's earth in the chart, it is very much about keeping things grounded. Is there an aspect of control? Sometimes. And sometimes that's hard to overcome when you're used to things being very structured, which you guys are used to. Going with the flow can be a little bit of a challenge for you. And that may be what they're asking you to do coming up. Yep, because flexible is next. And that's a 10, which means that you are going through these changes and they just want you to try to be as flexible as you can while you go through them. Then the next card is mending. This has been coming out for almost every single sign recently. So there's a lot of mending going on, whether that be within or possibly with another person. For you guys, I feel like it's more mending yourselves, taking care of you. So you have 2 7s. Your birthday could be the 7th. We also have 19, so that could be someone's birthday as well. And then time to go. So some of you, this is about mending yourself and leaving behind what doesn't work for you, because that's the 9. So the 9 to the 10. Going with the flow, allowing these things to heal and be released and start anew. And for others of you, it may be just looking at things from a different perspective, coming together with your person and working things out the best way you know how, and kind of going with it and seeing where it goes. Okay, my loves, I hope this helped. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Again, if you'd like a personal, that's in the description box below or in the about section. I hope you have an amazing mid-month. Thank you for all your patience, by the way, for my little glitches. I would like to have had your videos out earlier, but it just wasn't possible. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a good mid-month. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.